All right, guys, it's Hump Day, and I do have a Hump Day editorial for you. I'm going to put two links in the description box below. One is to this editorial that I'm giving you right now, and the other one is to a story where, under executive order, multiple law enforcement officers moved into CHOP, which was formerly Chaz, and over 12 arrests have been made. I think it was 13 last count, maybe different number now. But they made over a dozen arrests of people in CHOP as they just went in and said, under executive order, we're closing CHOP down. We knew it was going to happen sooner or later, right? You can't just take over a city or a portion of the city without the government getting involved. So the government did get involved, and CHOP is now being chopped. All right, so the link to that whole story is in the description box below if you want to go read about that. Also, this one, I did an editorial on Elijah MccLain, who was just walking home from the store, happened to wear a ski mask because that's what he liked to do. Very polite man, bowed to somebody in the store, as you saw on the security camera. Stopped by a police officer who escalated it because, well, I'm a cop and you're going to do what I say or I'm going to put you in a carotid chokehold, which happened. He vomited and passed out. They had to use ketamine on him and he died. That's just the short of it. I will put a link to my editorial as well in the description box below. That just occurred to me. And then you can go watch the original editorial that I did. But I'm doing an update here. There's been an update. So August, Elijah MccLain was murdered by the police, in my humble opinion. I say that because some people are like, why you say it was a suspected murder or an alleged murder? Because they were never charged, the officers. So right now, I suspect it was murder. But the investigation, it looks like, may be reopened and those officers may be relooked at and hopefully charged. That was in August. October of last year, just months later, this happened. Thank you to 9 News for this story. 3 Aurora police officers allegedly snapped photos while they put one another in chokeholds at the location where Elijah MccLain got into a fatal struggle with officers, and 9 Wants to Know has confirmed that. The photos were taken last October 2019 when MccLain, 23, died after a struggle with 3 officers in August of that year. But the incident wasn't reported internally until last Thursday when a fellow Aurora officer told administrators about the pictures. That was 2 days before protests over MccLain's death that resulted in a clash between police and demonstrators. According to multiple sources familiar with the ongoing internal investigation, the officers took the photos near the intersection of East Colfax Avenue and Billings Street, where MccLain was subdued during a confrontation last August. He was pronounced dead just days later. Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman tweeted Tuesday, I am deeply concerned over the facts surrounding the photographs that Interim Police Chief Vanessa Wilson has shared with me. I understand that there are due process procedural requirements that are in progress. I will comment on the case once the investigation is complete. An internal investigation has been completed and the findings will be presented to the Chief's Review Board, which is scheduled to meet Tuesday, according to Aurora Police Department Public Information Officer Matthew Longshore. Well, it's probably going to be a long shot that anything happens. The evidence will not be made public until the Chief's Review Board signs off on the findings, which can be appealed by the officers involved, delaying the process, according to Longshore. Again, it's a long shot. Mary Newman, the attorney representing the McCain family, said, quote, just when we thought the Aurora police could not be any worse, they somehow find a new low. This is a department where officers tackled an innocent young black man for no reason, inflicted outrageous force, including 2 carotid chokeholds for 15 minutes as he pled for his life, joked when he vomited, and threatened to sick a dog on him for not lying still enough as he was dying. They tampered with their body cameras to hide the evidence. They exonerated the killers. They deployed riot police and spewed pepper gas on peaceful protesters at a vigil of mourners playing the violin. And now this. Terrence Roberts, a community advocate, has organized several events for Elijah MccLain. He said there is a bigger problem with the Aurora Police Department around cultural bias, racism, and aggression towards the community. He said, quote, "That just goes to show that not only are they not aware of what the world is saying about Elijah MccLain's death, but they're very detached from the community because this is a community effort. Elijah MccLain could have been anybody. It could have been anyone's child. I think it shows the mentality that we've been fighting and dealing with, especially here in Colorado with the Aurora Police Department," says Terrence Roberts. A statement from Wilson, released late Monday night, also says the allegations against multiple officers were brought to the department's Internal Affairs Division by another police officer Thursday. MccLain was pronounced dead August 27, 2019, after he went into cardiac arrest following the struggle with police. And then I'll close with this, that there's a lot more to read. If you want to read it all, it's in the description box below. But I will close with this, where Aurora City Council Curtis Gardner released the following statement about the reports of the description of the photos. "I was disappointed to learn of what might be in the pictures. Once the internal affairs investigation is complete, I look forward to having the ability to review the file and see for myself. Based on the reports I've heard, it was a very callous act, and any punishment should be commensurate with what took place. We have a highly capable police department, and it's unfortunate they get lumped in with the actions of a few bad cops." Apparently these photos surfaced where in August, Elijah MccLain's life was taken, I believe, by the police officers. Again, they haven't been charged. That's why I'm not giving you a definitive answer. It's a liability issue. But in my humble opinion, I believe he lost his life because of what those cops did. They should have just left him alone. But then in October, just a month later, 2 months later, these cops allegedly went out and took photos of each other at that spot doing chokeholds on each other, thinking it was funny. "Hey, look, I got Elijah MccLain." But these are guys who are supposed to be protecting and serving. These are the ones you're supposed to go to in a time of help, in a time of need. "Hey, officer, I need your help." "Okay, come here, I'll put you in a chokehold." I'm telling you right now, the Aurora Police Department, if any police department needs to be disbanded and defunded, Aurora Police Department. You need to be defunded and disbanded. And those cops need to be sent off to an island somewhere, and they can put each other in carotid chokeholds until all of them just pass out and don't breathe again. That's how pissed off I am about this. Not only did they take this young man's life in August, but in October went out and took these pictures, people are saying and reporting. It's just sickening. And this is why America is rioting and protesting. And it's going to continue until you cops learn, look, America is pissed off. And so am I. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers from coast to coast and letting all of you know what's going on in your country. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Comment in the comment section below, and in the description box are the links to everything you need about this story, and you can also read about CHAP. Thank you. Happy Hump Day.